Hello, today is July 28th, 2021. Our disclaimer always comes first, keep the lawyers happy. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, July 29th, 2021. Don't forget I can be completely wrong and all trades should be at your own risk. Had a few calls, looked for the pattern with the early low like this, and tomorrow we're looking for the early high. We had a couple of targets. One was 4406.19. That printed was resistance here, support here. The other target was 4372.50. We didn't see that, so we'll add it to the list. We have a new target for most likely to print tomorrow, 4397.95. But as always, if we gap up smartly, the number stays on the table, but not the time. Now here's what we said. We said the commonest thing was a gap and prompt move outside the day's range. That didn't happen. Next most common is closing little change and a big move the next day. Well, we closed essentially unchanged off 0.82. So we got the next most common thing. And if it plays out according to the prediction, tomorrow should be a big move. During the day, early on, MEJT gave a buy signal that worked, but it generated an optional lower target, and that worked as well. Said this drop was false and wouldn't stick. Now says this rally's false, won't stick, and gives us the target. Gapped up, higher high. Here's the close under all the highs. It's a negative pattern. Should lead to lower prices. But what counts isn't today's close, but tomorrow's open. If we gap and overtake this high early, that kills the pattern. And that we're not going to know until early tomorrow. But if we don't kill that early, we should see lower prices if we don't close lower. So we have the first move down after the FOMC. Usually that means the next major move is down. We have a lower target. We have a failure of these highs to hold. So the bulls really have their work cut out for them. But in a market like this, it's not impossible. I don't like taking chances with a counter trend move when the target's only 2 or 3 points away. It just isn't worth the risk to me as far as holding anything overnight or trading this overnight. So I think by tomorrow we're going to know if we get a big move, and if so, what direction. Right now the odds are favoring down, even though tomorrow's pattern usually is very bullish. Tomorrow's pattern has a early high. We could gap down. Typically it's a rally day, final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop. My indicators call for a big move. I'll tell you occasionally we close a little changed again, have the big move the next day. That's pretty uncommon. It's not impossible. It happens every now and then. There is a lower MEJT target. Unless we gap and promptly overtake the high a day, it's favored to print. We gapped up, hit a higher high, closed under all the highs. First move after FOMC announcement was down. Usually that means the next major move is down. Doesn't mean the rally has to stop here though. Throw in the lower target. The odds favor a big drop, but all that changes if today's high falls early. Not going to know that till tomorrow. Should be clear early on tomorrow if we have a big rally or a big drop. Right now the odds favor the big drop, but the pattern normally leads to a big rally. And I don't like taking chances when the stakes are pretty high if you're wrong. You can wait to see what happens and then play it from there. That's at least the way I normally handle these things. Tomorrow has the early high, but if that holds, look out below, and that is today's call.